Hi, welcome to Know It Ollie's ELI5 channel. Today I'm doing an ELI12 on Gamestop and dark pools. So a dark pool is a blind exchange, just like the New York Stock Exchange, except it's blind. They are easily set up by large financial institutions, and they can allow whoever they want to be able to use those dark pools. So if company A set up a dark pool, they could choose to let company A, C, E, and F only use those dark pools to trade. The main thing with these pools is that the price is blind. So when you put in a buy or a sell order, you don't actually know what the offer bid range is. And often it doesn't line up with the lit markets or the New York Stock Exchange, for example, where you can see what the prices are. This is used to scalp money on the difference between the price of shares in a dark pool versus the price of shares on the lit market. Companies that have dark pools often have payment for order flow, which means they pay brokers to send them the orders from their retail customers. Those orders will go through the dark pools or they'll all be sent into the dark pools. They'll figure out a price and then they'll let a couple of orders hit the lit markets to set the price. So they'll use a couple of orders to set the price, and then they will use whatever the price is in the dark pool to buy and sell shares to scalp the price difference with what they're actually sending shares to retail at. So because they're completely blind, there's a lot of messing around you can do. Most people have been looking into it because of the short interest that comes with it. This is PS the Game Trader. He's got a nice little list. We'll go into this here. So what he's showing is actually the short volume data. However, when you look at the total data for this list here, this is the end of November and the beginning of December. You can see 1.8, 0.8 million, almost half a million, 750,000, 3.3. So when you take a look at how many orders are going through, or the volume going through dark pools is, let's take a look. In here, similar time range, what have we got? 1.4, 1.2 million, 1.3, 1 million, 4 and a bit million, 3 and a 3.3, 1.2, 1.1, 1.7. This is all that range of these prices here. Look what massive percentages of these go through the dark pools. Now, the risk of the dark pools is when you start hitting more than 40% or even getting close to 40% of a particular stock's trading going through a dark pool, you lose all price discovery on the lit exchanges. There's not enough orders going there to set the price anymore, and people using the dark pools are actually setting the price behind the scenes and using the lit price to scalp you of money. That is typically how they're being used at the moment. So when we look at this post here, thanks to Enigma 4, you can see top of this here, off exchange 42.21%. And this was 1 month ago. There's only one way to really combat these dark pools, and that is to make sure every single share that you go to buy or sell or trade goes through a lit exchange as it should. Computershare is one of the only absolutely certain ways that you can make sure that your shares go to a lit market and actually have an effect on the price of the underlying stock. And that's really important because at the moment it's being completely manipulated and you're being scalped for the difference in the price of shares. So this Computershare post was 4 months ago. That's when people started to actually direct register their shares from their brokerages to Computershare. And if we look at the dark volume percentages here, thanks to GME to the Milky Way as a user for putting this together, AMC, the red line, they have not started DRSing their shares. They've decided apparently that DRSing is dangerous. It's bad for you. However, GameStop, GME, DRSing all the time. And so as you can see, this is August. from August, when people started actually direct registering their shares, you can see there is a very distinct trend of the amount of the trades that are going through dark pools. As you can see here, 50% of trades going through dark pools. No price discovery. However, on this downward trend, we're finally starting to see that we are getting into a little bit more of the potential price discovery coming in, and it's time to start getting excited for potentially having real price discovery coming back into the markets. This is extremely dangerous, however, when you're looking at a stock like GameStop, which is an idiosyncratic risk to the entire market. DRS your shares, lock them up, be patient, become a creator, and start contributing to Ryan Cohen's metaverse that he's giving us the tools to build. Let's do it. Know it, Olly out.